Willkommen zurück, Freunde des unfallfreien Gamings. Es geht in die nächste Runde mit The Invincible. Wir sind ja hier auf Regis 3 und das ist unser Länder und wir müssen jetzt noch den Dr. GORSKY finden. Und das werden wir jetzt auch tun, wenn wir ihn finden. Der soll ja irgendwo in der Nähe sein. So. Wo ist er denn? Da oben. Wir sind jetzt hier. Und wir müssen... Ne, Landing, da waren wir schon. Wir müssen diesen Weg folgen hier, ne? Na gut.
Whilst traversing this planet, I'm becoming more and more convinced that what I know is not the same as what exists. What can exist.
I must admit it's an interesting thought, and quite disturbing.
So, wir packen mal das Büchlein weg, denn wir müssen ja sehen, wo wir langlaufen. Ach so, da sind wir ja hier wieder, und zwar bei der Feldflagge. Ah, der wird irgendwo rumgelaufen sein. Ne, hier geht's auch nicht weiter. Vielleicht kommen wir ja hier runter. Ich meine, so tief ist es ja nicht. Jetzt geht's hier runter.
I've got GORSKY's signal.
So soon? It's unlikely to be him.
Then who?
Not who, but what. It's weird. Dr. GORSKY hardly ever parted with it.
With what? I located the probe. It's lying on the ground. Inactive.
Can't be completely broken if you picked up a signal. I'd say it's running in safe mode. Please try to power it on.
Do we have time for this?
It's for a good reason, Doctor. The probe could prove useful in the search. And besides, you'll see.
Na, dann aktivieren wir mal die Sonde.
Okay. I'm opening the probe. Turning the systems on.
No, stop. Wait for my instructions. There's a button on the left side of the fuse box. Hold it, and then turn the dial again. And go ahead.
Slide records?
Correct.
I didn't know we had access to them.
You couldn't have known. This is not standard procedure. But as they say, extremis malice, extrema remedia.
Let's take a look.
Okay, es gibt Fotos von der Landung des Forschungsteams, so wie es aussieht.
A photo of the first days on the surface. They started exploring the littoral zone almost immediately.
They reported as much. Wasn't until the fourth day the comms failed.
Okay, also das ist dann der erste Tag der Expedition. Da haben sie den Fisch gefangen, den wir ja im Zelt gesehen haben.
I recognize these structures. This is where they began to dig.
Ja, die haben das da ausgegraben. Und was ist denn da jetzt passiert? Man kann nichts erkennen.
12 hours passed. 3 crew members are still there. Dr. GORSKY must have left already.
We lost contact shortly thereafter.
Ah ja, Dr. Gorsky hat sich schon vorher abgesetzt.
The probe followed him, and he followed the detector's readings.
Going after those metal structures.
Yes, that's what I meant.
What's next?
Ja, da sieht man eigentlich gar nichts, ne? Auf dem Foto. Ein Geräusch.
Last slide. There's mostly noise.
Nothing in particular stands out to you, Doctor. They were digging and suddenly, poof, people are dead?
No need to shout, Astrogator. I'm just letting you know what I see. That's all. Hang on. An absurdly high electromagnetic field reading.
That's something. Sort of. What are the earlier readings?
Checking.
Okay, also irgendwas stimmt da nicht.
Still high in the slide just before. And earlier, quite normal.
Das ist merkwürdig. Das EM-Feld ist gestiegen, so wie es aussieht.
It happened in a matter of seconds. But there's nothing except dunes. Sand, a few rocks, a shadow.
Shadow?
Another sandstorm, I guess.
All right, Doctor. Let's move on. You may turn on the fuses now. We'll take the probe with us. Good. I've got it on my radar. Now I can give commands to the probe. And? What do you see? Is it working correctly?
If you run it on manual steering, sir, then it works just fine.
That's exactly what I'm doing. You have a keen eye. I'll put it in auto mode. From now on, it will follow you, Doctor.
Ja, bitte. Haben wir jetzt eine Sonde für uns, persönlich.
Oh, it'd be nice to have some company. I mean, apart from yours, sir.
1 second. That's odd. There's no data in the probe's memory. No ID, no nothing. Do you want to give it a new ID? Name it, basically. After all, it'll be with you for a while. So, what's it going to be?
Huh. A name for the teleprobe. All right. I can think of something.
Copy that. I'm listening.
Na, vielleicht Biene oder noch besser Ball-E oder Luna, weil sie mich umkreist. Ja, Luna ist gut.
Please enter Luna. L-U-N-A.
Done. Now, a few more tweaks, and you'll have a flying measurement center at your disposal.
So, perfekt. Wir sollen Dr. Gorsky finden. Kann ich der Sonde irgendwas sagen? Oder fliegt sie nur mit? Mal gucken. Kommen wir hier irgendwie runter? Na bitte. Na dann mal weiter.
These metal structures anywhere. The detector's measurement is very clear. I'm going straight on.
No crossroads? Branches?
Not yet. Just one thick, tangled vein.
Na gut, dann gehen wir mal hier rein, mal gucken. Eieiei, das ist ja hier alles verschlungen. Wo lang? Na, gehen wir mal hier lang oder da? Ich meine, ich glaube, das ist egal, in welche Richtung. Hier läuft irgendwas lang. Seht ihr das? Der Metalldetektor zeigt irgendwie eine Art Metallader. Das sind diese komischen Gebilde, die sie ausgegraben haben. Die laufen unter der Erde lang. Da sieht man das.
I have a feeling we're in the dark. We have to find a way.
Agreed. You should move on.
That's not quite what I meant. But yeah, I probably should.
Okay, die Sonde hat da jetzt irgendwas entdeckt. Wieder so eine Metallstruktur.
The probe detected something.
I see that in the readings. What is it exactly?
So. Ich pack das mal weg hier. Ja gut, da viel messen kann ich ja jetzt nicht, ne? Mal sehen, was die Sonde sagt.
Hey, Luna.
Na, Luna, dann sag mal. So, den Detektor wieder nehmen. Kann ich jetzt irgendwas machen mit dem Detektor?
Whoa, hey, easy there.
Okay, wir müssen hier weiterziehen. Ich glaube, das ist noch nicht das Ende hier. Ah ja.
The structure from the notes, it fits the description perfectly. Well done, Luna. I knew I could count on you.
Well, we didn't bring it to the surface for no reason. Even in the first stage procedure.
And now I'm going to apply for my own.
As soon as you find Dr. Gorsky, I'll see to it myself. All right. How about that point? What does it look like?
Alles klar. Also weiter. Wir sind hier auf dem richtigen Weg. Schon mysteriös, diese Struktur. So, Karte.
The next point, the third one, is a metal bundle. Running along.
Alles klar. Punkt 3, Wassertank, unterirdische Strukturen. Riesige vertikale Struktur, die hatten wir ja. Sie ragt über die Oberfläche. Okay. Aha, okay, der hat das so aufgezeichnet. Verstehe.
Interesting. An object as such should be easy to locate.
Na, nun bin ich aber gespannt. Das nächste wäre ja ein riesiger Wassertank. Das würde bedeuten, ganz viel Wasser. Ja, das ist wie so ein Adernetzwerk. Da ist der Teich. Es ist so der sogenannte Wassertank.
Water was mentioned in the notes, around the third point, and I have a matching object here.
All right. So how many are left?
2 points, or at least that's what he told Koval. What he did next, it's hard to assess.
Well, the battery and the detector last for only a few hours, so he couldn't have gone much further.
So, das heißt, sollen wir den Detektor einsetzen? Okay, das geht unter dem Wasser weiter. Interessante Geschichte. Wenn wir jetzt da reingehen ins Wasser. Ach, tief. Ist nicht tief hier. So, da geht's nicht weiter. Fußabdrücke hier.
Gotcha. I found his tracks. Finally, some tangible evidence that he was going this way.
Good. And it's downhill all the way, Doctor.
I wouldn't be so sure, Astrogator. The next point is at a height of approximately 100 meters. Definitely uphill.
So, was sollen wir denn hier sagen? Gorsky wahrscheinlich bald einholen. Es wird ewig dauern, bis ich ihn finde. Und wenn ich ihn nicht finde, Fragezeichen, ich werde wahrscheinlich bald einholen, mache ich mal.
I think I'll catch up with Dr. Gorsky on the other side.
Well, that wouldn't be such a bad scenario, right?
Of course not. Though I wouldn't mind if we bumped into each other before the climb. I think we have the fourth point.
So. Jetzt haben wir wieder hier verschiedene Wege. Einmal links, einmal rechts, immer geradeaus. Es gibt 3 Wege. Warum ist das hier? Oh, das ist Lava. Oh, da müssen wir vorsichtig sein. Ich gehe mal den linken Weg. Mal sehen, wo es hier hingeht. Ah, hier kann man hochklettern.
When you admire a beautiful view, an hour seems like a minute. But a minute on a hot stove will seem longer than an hour.
Does Regis III feel like a hot stove?
Sometimes.
3, 2, 1.
The land is departing.
Yes, they're on their way. Thank you for your assistance. Without your help, it would have taken much longer.
What's the plan for the second flight? The same place?
That would work best. Certain, proven. When you and Dr. Gorsky come back, I'll send the lander right away.
Na. Dem Ganzen traue ich hier nicht. Jetzt ist der Länder weg.
What's the rush? That was for the probe. Excuse me?
Ach, guck mal an. Da sind ja noch mehr solche Antennen.
I've reached the top. The doctor discovered something new from here. Something he called bushes.
Huh. I've heard that term before.
In their conversations between Koval and Gorsky.
No, Yasna. You're the one who reported it to me. Right after you landed.
Seriously? Well, I don't see anything like it now, sir.
Ja, merkwürdig. Was sind denn das für Gebilde hier? Sieht aus wie Stromleitungen.
Wait. Koval noted down the parameters. Azimuth 350. Distance 200 meters.
Copy that. I'm sending the probe.
Got it. I see the bushes.
And the doctor?
Hard to tell. Visibility is poor. It's gonna be harder than before. I don't know how the doctor...
When it comes to finding a safe route, there won't be a problem. But you'll have to get there on your own 2 feet.
I suppose the probe will carry out the first task. It's capable yet?
Of course. I set the environment analysis mode. The probe will calculate the best route between your location and your destination. It'll guide you along the defined path. The calculations will only take a moment.
Okay. Das ist aber eine nette Sonde. So, was haben wir da? Die bislang größte 150 Meter im Berg markiert. Ah ja, und Punkt 5 oder Punkt 4. Nee. 5. von Punkt 4 aus sichtbar. Ah ja, alles klar. Hat da eine Fahne aufgestellt. Das heißt, wir müssen da jetzt wieder runter, oder wie? Ah ja, dann laufen wir hier lang.
Hi, Luna. Lead the way. I must say, it's a clever device, this probe of ours. Hey, you don't fly for this long.
Yes. Longer than you can stand on your feet.
Sounds like the perfect research unit. Maybe even better than a human.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
Of course, I wasn't being serious. However helpful they may be, they're still just tools in the hand of man, often faulty.
So, wo führt die mich denn jetzt hin? Ich meine, die kann ja fliegen, aber ich nicht.
Oh, we have a problem.
Something serious?
I already mentioned the faulty machines, right? Well, the route determined by the algorithm goes over a chasm.
I can repeat the command.
No. I'll go around.
Unfortunately, this is an outdated model. Such mistakes are inevitable. But the perception module itself has already been greatly improved. Its accuracy increases exponentially.
Exponentially? Can you imagine us, proteinaceous creatures, developing so quickly, sir?
No, not in the course of evolution. You can't perfect a person like that.
That's right, you can't. We wait thousands of years for visible changes.
Have you started to fear for your position?
Well, everything indicates that the clear distinction between humans and robots will soon disappear.
And then what?
Well, if we assume that they'll surpass us, things will get complicated. Because in order to program a brain with computing power equal to that of a human, you need a brain with computing power higher than that of a human. Ergo, a man cannot make a machine smarter than a man.
Then who else would design it?
Self-learning algorithms? Some spontaneous process? Or pure chaos? Something inhuman, that's for sure. Shh, Astrogator, can you hear that?
What am I supposed to be hearing?
That's the point. Nothing. Silence. We're talking about robots, and Dr. GORSKY still hasn't spoken on the channel.
Well, I don't know. He must be a long way from here.
So, hier sind die Sträucher. Das sieht ja gar nicht mal so tot aus, der Planet, wenn hier Gras wächst. Also gibt es ja doch Leben.
These bushes are kind of weird.
You better stay away, Doctor. I'd like a brief description. Just keep a distance.
Allow me to use the language I would use to describe living forms, sir.
Of course.
So they look like pituitary, brush-like formations.
Ja, da sagt er nichts mehr dann.
They're high, more or less, from 1 to several meters. They can be singular, though in some locations they create a uniform thicket that covers the walls of the ravine in a rusty brush-like layer. They grow out of cracks in the bare rock. That's how it looks, to put it briefly.
Would you also venture to guess their significance? Some function, purpose?
Energiegewinnung, koloniales System, Verteidigungssystem? Keine Ahnung.
Staying on the topic of biological analogies, these bushes remind me of corals, in a purely visual category, because they're far from marine organisms. So I would guess that these are colonial structures, perhaps rock-forming ones. However, their main structure has nothing to do with corals. No noticeable mesenchymal tissues, no nidocyst, matocyst, or spirocyst. No visible oral discs.
Yeah, all right, Doctor. I didn't ask for a marine biology lecture.
Ja, er wollte es ja wissen, ne? Frag einen Biologen und du kriegst eine Antwort. Eine ausführliche. Hier geht's in den Tunnel.
Astrogator, GORSKY's not here. I'm afraid he continued to explore. And if he went where I think he did, He might have lost contact with the camp as well as Dragonfly.
So we will most likely lose contact too.
Possibly. Well, there's only one way to be certain. It's your decision, sir.
I'm going for the doctor.
The line's breaking up, but I understood. I'll let you know, sir, when I come out of the tunnel.
Also ich würde da jetzt nicht reingehen.
Altitude 24,000. Speed 250. Notice we hop out.
Moment mal. Warum sitzen wir denn jetzt hier im Länder wieder? Ist wahrscheinlich eine Erinnerung.
Already at 12,000. Throttle down. 30 seconds till touchdown. Everything's looking good. Over?
Roger
Stimmt. Wir waren ja, oder wir sind ja alleine gelassen worden, oben auf dem Schiff. Deswegen fliegt sie jetzt hier runter.
Altitude 5,000. Ignition 10%. I record data dropout, but otherwise still looking good. Entering 5%.
that. Copy. Entering final.
Harte Landung.
Hopper has landed. I repeat, Hopper has landed. Astrogator, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Any side effects? Landing wasn't too hard on you?
All good? Spine still in one piece. No signs of overstrain. Not even shortness of breath.
Perfect. Hopefully the hike to camp goes just as smoothly.
So, sieht ja gut aus da draußen. Dann machen wir mal hier auf, ne?
I'm going outside.
Visibility?
100%. The dust has already settled. I've located the second lander. Our people are still on this planet.
Ah, very good. I was afraid they might try to fly off, which wouldn't be the best idea given
Sir,
the loss of
something's wrong.
communication with Dragonfly. What is it?
The hatch is half open. Did they report hydraulics failure?
How should I know? You were the last person in contact with the crew, Doctor.
Right.
Ah, okay. Seht ihr den zweiten Länder an? Verbrannte
I'm
Tafel.
inside.
And? How is it?
Even if they wanted to, they couldn't go back to Dragonfly. Their lander looks damaged, to put it mildly. Or more accurately, it seems like a storm has passed through it.
Understood. I mean, I don't understand how it happened. But that means...
Hopper is the only vehicle that can take us home. Affirmative.
Right. Well, then we can't afford another mistake. I'm taking the lander into orbit. I'll send it directly to the camp as soon as we find a suitable landing zone.
Ah, ist natürlich jetzt ein Risiko, ne? Wir schaffen das.
We've gotten out of worse than this. Equipment breaks from time to time, that's normal. But now,
Go ahead. What's bothering you?
this lack of communication, it takes too long. Especially considering there's a cyberneticist amongst them.
Yes. It worries me too.
Rußige Isolierung. Kann ich nicht anklicken, aber das hier. Durchgebrannte Schaltkreise. Okay. Also, dann mal raus hier wieder aus dem Länder. Ja, am besten, wir fliegen wieder hoch, ne? Aber das will er ja auch nicht. Gut, also dann sollen wir wahrscheinlich in die Richtung laufen. Ich frage mich nur, wo wir jetzt hier hinlaufen.
I heard that the difference between past, present, and future is nothing but a persistent illusion.
That's a quote, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure why it came to mind.
Oh, guck mal. Der Ozean. Den haben wir aber noch nicht gesehen. Sieht aber hübsch aus. So, diese Wolken. Mit dem Planeten dazu. Und dann noch die Sonne. Wow. Oh, da geht's aber tief runter.
Whoa. Damn. You were right, Cobble. It's beautiful here.
Ah, es sieht hübsch aus. Kann man nicht meckern.
I have an object in sight.
Die Feldflagge.
This is where they searched the ocean's biocenosis.
Meaning... Oh, where they caught that fish, right?
Yeah. They stopped here first, then walked along the coastline northward.
Correct. But I think you might consider taking a shortcut towards the east, straight to the camp.
Copy that. Heading east.
Na dann, Richtung Osten geht's weiter. Bin gespannt, was uns da noch alles erwartet. Was da im Ozean alles lebt. Was sagt der Tracker? Der Tracker sagt gar nichts. Der Metalldetektor sagt auch nichts.
They stopped for a break.
How do you know? Are there any signs of the crew?
I found a cigarette butt and a pack. Someone was smoking here,
So, they didn't give a damn about the regulations.
disrupting the ecosystem.
That's not the point. I understand you want to minimize the effects of our interference here, Doctor, but the mission's safety is at stake. I don't think I have to explain to you the dangers of igniting a dusty atmosphere. Preserving the integrity of Regis III's already extinct ecosystem is not a priority in this scenario. Negligible, actually.
Security procedures exist for humans. The rule of integrity is for the sake of everything alien to us. We shouldn't place one above the other.
What are you saying, Yasna? The mission and the safety of our people have the highest priority. Always.
Always? Are we really that self-righteous?
Of course, Doctor. We must be the most important to ourselves. And they must be the most important to themselves. Whoever they will be. In the end, the strongest will survive. Isn't that how evolution works?
Not in a biological sense, Astrogator. Besides, I'm not convinced if we should interfere with everything alien to us just because we can.
Doctor, interference is at the heart of human nature. Man would still be a monkey if he'd only looked at trees instead of cutting them down.
Yes, we have a nasty nature. I can't argue with that.
Ja, also, ich bin ja auch nicht so der Fan davon, wenn wir auf einem anderen Planeten landen und dann erstmal da den ganzen Müll abladen. Ich meine, klar kann man machen. Geht schon.
Can you please confirm that I'm on the correct route?
Yes, I confirm. This rate will reach the camp within an hour.
Ah, okay, das ist jetzt also noch bevor wir das erste Mal aufgewacht sind, was also davor passiert ist.
Found a convenient passage.
Excellent. Please speed ahead. You still have a long way to go.
Well then, you should save your breath, Astrogator.
Oh, hier ist ein kleiner See. Moment mal. Kennen wir nicht die Stelle? Sind wir nicht vorhin da links lang gegangen? Oh mein Gott, das weiß man ja alles gar nicht hier. Da sind schon wieder diese komischen Pflanzen. Also habe ich die vorher schon gesehen. Merkwürdig, dass ich die nicht erkannt habe.
Astrogator, I found a peculiar inorganic structure. It looks like some spiky metal growths.
Artificial plants? Is spontaneous growth possible with this type of structure?
I've never seen anything like this. I wish I had time to run some tests.
When the situation is stabilized, we will take samples. I promise.
Tja, merkwürdige schwarze Pflanzen. Oh. Die benebeln mich.
I feel nauseous. Suddenly. That's not it. I feel darkness. Hang on.
Oh. Schnell raus hier. Okay, dieses Zeug ist nicht gesund. Da können wir auch nicht lang. Können wir hier über die Steine laufen? Mal sehen, was passiert, wenn wir da nochmal reingehen. Ich bin gespannt. Ah ne, doch, geht.
Yasna, focus. What now?
Ah, jetzt habe ich einen Ast da abgebrochen. Alles klar, wir sind wieder zurück in den Tunneln. Ja, und was uns da jetzt erwarten wird in den Tunneln, das sehen wir uns dann in der nächsten Folge an, ne? Ich sag mal Tschüss, macht's gut.